Hello again, lovely people. So in the previous video, it's called seasonality. Seasonality means months or quarters, time series. So it's line, graph, and we are working with averages. Good. Now let's take a look at how this seasonality, if there's any seasonality detected per month. So I'm going to put here seasonality and the depiction is month or seasonality. Let's call it monthly seasonality. All right, lovely people. And let's go now again and go to insert and a pivot table and go to a pivot table and do date again. And again, all these guys. Excuse me. I could have copied in fact, but for the purpose of reinstilling all these concepts that we're taking together in class, I'm just gonna redo it again, and again. So over here we have the averages. Nora and you don't like unprofessionalism, so we are gonna go down to 2 decimal places, and over here we're gonna group it into, you guessed it, we're going to group it into quarters. So let's take a look at the quarterly. So it goes again back to 100 decimal places. So better to just do the last touch. The decimal places, we do it as the last touch. Let's call this sheet quarterly. Excuse me. Seasonality. Okay, so this is the quarterly seasonality. All right, so again, insert a chart, a pivoted chart, and of course line. I like these knots. They are helpful, especially for old people like me. And let's take a look. Wow, there is a quarterly seasonality. So over here you can see that there is a quarterly seasonality. So it's also, if you're gonna say that the first quarter, I don't know which months belong to the first quarter. So how about I just group it by, for now, just by quarters and months, because January, February. Okay, quarter 1 is January, February. Okay, I can see here the breakdown. All right. So I can just get rid of months and then, oh, it's still there. Okay. So you can't play around with the system. All right. So I'm gonna just get rid of the grouping again. I just wanted to show you and make sure that I have quarter 1 is January, February, March, which is winter. In winter, we can see that there is the average coffee is higher, and then we have quarter 2 is April, January, February, March, April, May, June, and then extends to July, August, September, and then back again to going down for the smoothies. And look at this average of cookies. Cookies, in fact, this January, February, March, then April, May, June. This is July, August, September, October, November, and December. Oh, that's quite interesting. So now we can easily see also the seasonality in terms of quarters. All right. So now that we know all this about seasonality, so when I tell you depict seasonality and I don't say anything, you need to show me professionalism. You need to show me the utmost mastership. You are the master here, and you're gonna, guess what? This is, I shouldn't be talking like that when I have 100 decimal places showing. You are going to show your employer the seasonality in terms of months and in terms of quarters. You're going to impress. All right, let's do it again. And let's go now for what we call it. So this is seasonality. Now, let's talk about something else in marketing. We call it a trend. Oh, what's the difference? I'll tell you what's the difference. Let's start with the pivot table first, and then I'll show you the difference. Exactly the same. Date, cakes, pies, cookies, smoothies, coffee. Oh my God. This is, you can just, this is the best part about flip learning. You can just do this and pause me or just move forward. Okay, so now we have it. I am going to take year as a group here instead of a quarter. So I'm going to take a year, and the year is starting from the beginning of the data set and then the end of the data set. So I forgot to tell you that you could actually break down into different years, so you can see the trends into different years. All right, over here we have the different years, and we learned our lesson. What is our lesson? We are not going to waste our time fixing the decimal places before we are done with all the arrangements of the pivot table. All right, good. And now this is the years. When you are looking at years, usually with your data, and you plot it by inserting a pivot table or a pivoted chart, as you can see here, now you are talking trends. Yeah, so now you are talking trend. You are exploring the trend. Is there any overall trend? Yes, increase in cookies over the years. Over the years, there is also an average of coffee increase. Over the years, slight increase in smoothies. So, over the years, no increase in pies and no increase over the years, like significant increase over the years in average of pies. Let's say that you are old and cranky like me and you can't see even with the chart. So you are going to use the compound annual growth rate to find out if there is any growth or not. And then later I'm going to remind you of something very interesting that you took in Principles of Management that will help you interpret this further. All right, let's take a look. Sorry guys, I open up my nose. I'm sorry guys, so I can talk. All right, this is the compound annual, yearly, annual trend, annual seasonality. Beep, wrong. Annual is not seasonality. Seasonality is monthly or quarterly. All right, trend is yearly. Good, perfect. And we're talking about the growth rate. So CA, GR, those students who come from finance, they can beat me in this because this is what they do all the time. So they take the end value, divide it on the beginning value, and raise it to the power of 1 over n. Oh, what is that 1 over n? 1 over n is a square. The square of the number. The square, oh my God, the square root I wanted to say. Oh, because I am used to the square root. It is the root of the number. What do you mean the root? The root. I mean the root that you actually, let me see. Can I draw with this? Oh no, I can't draw with this. Oh, even though I have the 2010 on, I paid for it. Ay, what a misery, huh? What a misery. Very bad, super very bad. I think I have paid for it, but guess what? Who cares? I have the OneNote. So let me just start here. I have some marketing modeling one. So I'm gonna show you what I mean by the root, just in case you have forgot it, this little thingy. So when you say x to the 1 over n, this is equivalent to the root of n here. Do you see? So x to the power of 1 over 2 is equal to the square root here of x. And then 3, 3. Wow, what a nice handwriting, Nora. Perfect for a teacher. So now that you remember that, hopefully, let's go back to the slide here. So basically the ending value over the beginning value to the power of the 1 over the number of the years. How many years you've been in business minus 1. All right. So how are we going to do that? We're going to do that as you can see here. So the beginning will be, okay. I'm going to show you how to, I know that I need to open 2 brackets. I know because I am experienced, but let's just do it the naive way. So the ending, right? I don't like working with the pivot table when it comes to this. Over beginning. Yeah. This is why I can't explain it good and nice. It's gonna be complicated. You know what? Yes. You know what? I'm gonna copy that. Copy. And then just paste it. You know how to copy super fast? Just highlight the area you want to copy, of course, obviously, and hold down the Control key and hit C. While holding down the Control key with your pinky, hold down the Control key, then reach out to C with your index, and then see the magic. You can copy that, and then again with your pinky, hold down the Control key and hit V. And here we go. You know why I want you to learn all this? Because we are going to move faster in the future, and I need you to be quick and professional. So pinky on the control and use your fingers as I tell you right now, because this is the professional way of doing it. So hold down the Control key with the pinky, and with your index reach out to the C for copy. Copy starts with a C, makes sense, okay? And then V for paste. I don't know why V, but well, not everything makes sense in this universe. So let's do the ending value, and then over the beginning value, and then this is to the power of, you guessed it, huh? Where is it on my keyboard? This new keyboard, oh no, I'm trying to find, oh man, don't do this to me, what happened? Where is it? This is a new keyboard that I just got. This is why I don't like old school. I don't like to change. I don't like a change. Now I have to look for the little mark for to the power of. I mean, we have to look it up on Google and copy that. So the operator is like a little caret up, or a little pointing up. Okay, I think I found it. Here it is. Okay, so this is to the power of. So to the power of 1 over, let's say that you don't want to count the years. You don't want to say like 3 years. You can use the count function, and then you can put count, and then count this. So this will return the 3 to you, okay? But usually you don't have like a long sheet of like Excel sheet. But if you have a very long Excel sheet and you want to automate everything, so no matter, yeah, so it will work automatically. You can do that. But for now, just for the purpose of demonstration here, I'm going to just put it 3, okay? All this minus 1. So you put minus 1 like that, yeah? And it will not give you the right answer. You know why? Because Excel will understand that this is 1 over 3 minus 1, and it will give you a different answer than what intended. What intended is, let me show you what intended. What intended is all this together, and then the output, the outcome of this, we subtract 1 from it. Do you see the difference? Oh man, I see the difference. So definitely, excuse me, there is a difference, yeah? So there is a difference. So this is the right way of doing things. I told you at the very beginning that I am tempted, so this is the different answer also, because we have different, wait a minute. We have different numbers. So let's see, did it do it right or wrong? Oh, it gave the, yeah, this is the, oh, okay, it gave the correct answer. Okay. It gave the correct answer. But you know what, I've been through hell sometimes with Excel. Sometimes I forget a little bracket, and then I am all like devastated with the answer. Excuse me. So I suggest that we do it this way, but if you don't put the extra brackets, it's all right. All right. So now we can find the annual growth rate, and here's the percentage, and then give it a little. So now you can see that the growth rate ranges from minimum here is 1.2, actually 1% to 3.25%. This is the compound annual growth rate. So yeah, that's good. Like annually, the compound annual growth rate showing promising results. All of them are growing. Nothing is in the negative. All of them are growing. And guess what? It's either 1%, the minimum is for pies, but it's still growing. So there is a trend going up. And then the highest is cakes. What does that tell you? That tells us, if you guys remember in Principles of Management, you talked about the cash cow and then the star, the growing product. You know that your portfolio financially, your portfolio in finance, you need to diversify your portfolio. So you need to have like these kind of pies that probably doesn't grow much over the years. As you can see here, pies, but these pies I cannot see that they are cash cows because they are not on top. Why? Because as you see, the magnitude also is low. So it's not only you are not selling, it's the least sales in terms of magnitude and also in terms of growth. So this is kind of like, not, I cannot even call it a cash cow. A cash cow would be something like this same line for pies, which has a very modest and very slowing growth, or the least growth, annual growth rate, and it's on top. So the sales are high, we're selling too much of it, but it's not growing. It's stagnant. This is, we call it a cash cow in terms of your product portfolio. Over here, this guy over here, we call it a star. Our cookies are the star. Why is that? Because first of all, the sales are on top. It's the highest sales among them all, above 500 thousands, if this is in thousands in case. And guess what? It is also growing. And look at the growth of cookies. Cookies. Here, 1.99. Now, a highest growth also comes in favor of cakes. And guess what? Cakes is here. So this guy is not selling that much, but it's growing faster. We have the coffee. Coffee is also high growth, 2.24. It comes right after the cakes. So these guys are like stars for me. So I need to hire the best of the best on the coffee. And by the way, for your info, making this latte and coffee is not easy. In fact, I had to work. I lost some of my money back in London when I was a student, and I had to work in a cafe for a couple of months to make it up. And guess what? Fluffing the milk is not an easy task. You can burn it. There is a certain like pipe that puffs out, I think, steam to fluff the milk so that you could put it on top of the latte. At least this is how we used to do things back in the time, or how that cafe used to do things. I'm not sure if things are manual, but if you hear, for example, in Starbucks or any cafe, a little noise like this is actually fluffing the milk, and it is not easy. It is quite a skill. You have to develop this skill, and it's not easy really. In any case, this is it for the trends. I hope you like the demonstration for today. It was about seasonality for monthly, seasonality for quarterly, as well as trend. Okay, so let's put sales, trend, and all of these required averaging. I'll see you in the next video. In the next video, we are going to attempt to answer the question on the promotions, and it's a very interesting question. Goodbye for now.